Hi guys, Patrick here from Wrestling Nerds, and this is my review of Corfu 2022. Where do we start? I'm gonna start with the weather. It was quite surprising. I did mention in the build-up that the weather was meant to be really awful. We ended up on the like one of the warmest Octobers in their record so far. It's where do I go with it? Where do I say it? Like, kind of thing. It was quite surprised, but then it proves with the videos that I do is that it is really hit and miss. Like, you look at last year when I came back, it was like when I came back it was bad, but they're slowly starting to get the weather now from what I've noticed online and everything like that. So it is worth, like, if you're on a budget, to take that risk at the end of September, October, because it is the cheapest time. It was very busy as well. It's the busiest I've seen it, even in the past 3 years I have been going. Um, Definitely, like, after COVID, it was great to see, and yeah, I'm just happy that they slowly started finding the feet again. Fingers crossed for next season for him, and yeah, just we'll monitor it and see how it goes. So, talking about that is prices and stuff. Obviously, before I went, I mentioned that there was slight price increases. And that's why I did that. Like, showed you, like, with the ham. I showed you the menus this year, which I promised, I would do if I went for a meal. I'd show you the menus and stuff. So if you do go back and you want to look at the menus, you can pause the videos and have a quick nosy through what's what. Definitely with the ham, I showed that it's an inside joke, been going on for since I've been doing the daily vlogs. Like I say, since doing the daily vlogs, I always joke about this ham. The reason of that being is it is cheap if you can find it, and it is something for the room. On average, I did in the Road to Corfu Sadori videos that you could spend roughly about €40 a day, and I believe that can be achieved per person. Obviously, if you, like I said, had a breakfast, you went to the supermarket, bought the ham, bread, and like a few bits and bobs for your room, and then went out for an evening meal. On average, an evening meal was about, like, per person with one beer, was about €15, and I generally do think for the portions you get, which you would have seen in the videos, it is worth the money. But I generally didn't see any changes from last year. The thing was when I saw the post on Facebook, people going, "Oh my god, the price increases, price increases." It was from people who haven't been for probably like 2-3 years. The increases came last year. That's when I noticed the price increase was last year, but it was only the €1, the €1.50. But from this year, I've not seen much change in it from last year. So the thing is, I generally do think it's still cheap. My mum had a conversation with someone out there when she was out there, and they just said we've had to keep the prices at the same as last year because people know people won't come if there's too much of a price increase. So with the money, I basically talk about cost a lot. Sure, it can be done, like I mentioned, the loaf of bread, €1.15. It can be achieved if you budget. If you do really want to go, or you're thinking, oh my god, I can't afford it, there is ways around it, and I'm proud to basically show you, like, the prices. Obviously mentioned with the ham, the inside joke for the vlog for the past, I've been doing the daily ones for 3 years now. This is the third year of daily ones. And yeah, and I think like €2 for that ham, it was great. Your cigarettes are the same price, your beer, you're paying up to 250 to 250 to 350 for a pint of either like local beer or Mythos. Some bars, obviously, you're paying that bit extra in certain bars. But the thing is, with Corfu and Sadari itself, you do go around. That's the only best tip I can say, is just always mooch about, have a look. It's not just instantly go to a place where you're like, oh my god, I'm going to go there. The first place you see, it's like with the shops. You instantly, like, my recommendation is, it's the supermarkets where I stayed at, as I call it, the Road of Crossroads or the Crossroads. They're your best bets to do a shop if you want to grab your bits and bobs. Taxis were €5 a piece, from like the Strip to Palm Grove, which is a great price. There was plenty of taxis there. We paid €18 each way to Rhoda for a taxi. So, there's ways around it. Trips, the trips that we paid for. But Corfu Town, that was €20. I'm gonna do a separate video on that when I feel up to it. I'm gonna do a separate video of the whole brochure. But it was €20 for the trip to Corfu Town, and it was €10 for the Sunset Memory trip. My mum got a taxi to Sunset Memories, and it was €10 each way. So basically, like, that's from like Lagoon, and basically you can pay the same price if you were to get a taxi, I reckon, each way. So bargain. Where else? Obviously, I did what I wanted to do. I had the key points of Rhoda, the monastery up a bit away from Sadari, Sunset Memories, monastery, Rhoda, and Corfu Town. They were the goals this year, and we managed it. Bit gutted I didn't film as much as Sadari. I did have a video and accidentally deleted like the a bit of Sadari footage. But the thing is, I said if there was changes from last year, I'd film it. There wasn't much changes from last year. I'm happy with what I produced so far. There's, like I said, it's for the content I did, I've worked out there's probably about nearly an hour and 20 minutes worth of content from this year. And yeah, it's been like a bit of a challenge as always to get what people want. You know, gonna learn and look into it for next year and do something different if next year goes ahead. Trying to think what else, but yeah, everything, like I say, the weather was fine, the pricing, it was generally, I didn't notice any different. I roughly only spent for 7 days there, I only spent under €600, and that's obviously with the trips, smoking, drinking, taxes and everything like that, and that was €600. That was a meal literally pretty much every night. Breakfasts most mornings. I think we only didn't have a breakfast on 2 of the mornings, which obviously, you know, but like but then the thing was, at the same time, we generally did buy food for the apartment. We saved money by not going out properly in the evenings, because I'm not really one of these ones that likes going out to watch the entertainment and stuff. People have their own opinions, but yeah, generally, like, everything that was this year, it was a great trip. Obviously looking at going next year, and the thing is, I'll update you at a certain time. But yeah, next year I want to try and do something different. I think the daily vlogs are kind of going to be that point where they're past it. I think maybe go against my will and do a like confirmation video, or maybe do the videos where, you know, you see it, you know, it's where you see the 45-minute walk from one end of the strip to the other. I generally don't know for next year. I'm kind of taking, obviously, by now, after I do the trip video where I show the brochure of the trip video, I'm generally taking a break from Corfu stuff. I've been to Dublin. I'm like, since I got back, I went to Dublin. I was going to do a vlog when I went to Dublin, and I didn't even end up filming because I just had this bout of depression kick in, and I was like, you know what, I'm not doing it. I just filmed the highlights of the Machine Gun Kelly concert, and then I was like, you know what, on the Monday I got up, I was like, I'm having a day off. And I had a day off. I don't know how YouTubers can do this, filming every day. I've had a break between now and then to film this, and then now I'll probably have another week or so off, and then yeah, just see where it goes. I really just want to thank everyone who has joined for this journey this year. It's been nice hearing comments. Obviously YouTube, you know, if you have commented, you don't see comments. YouTube does filter comments out. I don't really want to go into that. But yeah, YouTube does filter comments out, so you have to be careful. My comment section is quite strict, so you have to be careful what you write in the comments for a comment to be posted. But yeah, this year I've had fun making them. Coming back's been a bit of a ball ache. It's just been a bit like I said, Dublin, I was going to do a Dublin vlog, but I'm going to wait till November because I'm there for 5 days. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to probably working towards that. I've been rambling on a bit too much, but yeah, I'm going to just once again say thank you for watching. I've been Patrick. This has been Wrestling Nerds, and I really hope to see you all very soon. Bye!